The retail industry has changed more in the last 5 years than it did in the previous 50. In fact, as merchants adjusted to shifting consumer demands for speed and convenience, channel alterations, and changes in consumption patterns, the rate of change quickened during the COVID-19 epidemic. Actually, the competition to reduce the click-to-customer cycle time may have the biggest impact on how future omnichannel supply chains are designed. Let's see how America's largest retailer uses high-tech distribution to keep up with fast e-commerce shipping. To what extent does speed matter? According to our research, nearly half of omnichannel customers will shop elsewhere if delivery times are too long. In terms of how long is too long, our research indicates that over 90% of U.S. internet buyers anticipate receiving free 2 to 3 day shipping. U.S. customers are still generally hesitant to pay for speed, even as retail supply chains get faster. According to McKinsey research, 5% of U.S. consumers are willing to pay a small extra amount for speedier shipment in comparison to typical free delivery choices. Shops trying to increase delivery speeds financially must make difficult choices, because omnichannel order fulfillment accounts for 10 to 20% of total sales and is becoming more and more expensive. Should they collaborate? Should they keep building? Or can technology fill the gaps in infrastructure and operations to increase speed? Retailers understand the need for speed. During the early 2000s, Amazon's free delivery service has increased by over 75%, from more than 8 days to 2-day shipping by 2015, and by 2019 some markets will provide 1-day delivery. Amazon is still driving change in the retail industry and establishing a high standard for direct-to-consumer delivery. Other retailers have, in our experience, closely followed this course. According to a recent McKinsey study of chief supply chain executives, the pace will pick up speed over the next 24 months. Discovered that by 2022, almost 75% of clothing, hard goods, and specialized shops plan to expand their network capabilities to provide 2-day or faster delivery, and 42% hope to achieve 1-day click-to-customer lead times. The intricate physics of the supply chain become more significant as delivery timeframes shorten. In other words, seconds matter. While pick and pack deliveries alone take an average of 4 to 8 hours, most fulfillment operations require more time. However, best-in-class omnichannel operations can complete orders within 2 hours of a customer's purchase. Order cutoff times, the latest time a retailer can accept an order to satisfy the claimed delivery time, are sometimes influenced by parcel carriers' need to pick up packages from the distribution center after they have been picked. It may take an extra day or longer to deliver a shipment the last mile to the client once it is in the parcel network. To summarize, delivery within 1 or 2 days necessitates precise turnaround times and excellent coordination among various supply chain participants. The majority of multi-channel retailers currently use their shops for pickup and fulfillment in order to at least partially address these issues. Using storefronts has several advantages, such as improving total inventory productivity, providing customers with faster service, and preventing markdowns. According to our analysis, same-day delivery does not always result in value creation across the nation. Working with a single specialty store, for example, we discovered that approximately 20 U.S. cities have densities that would normally justify the investments needed to enable same-day or next-day fulfillment. Compared to customers in a smaller market, residents of major cities like Chicago, Los Angeles, New York, and San Francisco probably expect speedier delivery. It is true that consumers' expectations and willingness to pay for convenience and speed are influenced by factors such as age, geography, and economic disposition. For instance, compared to most other divisions, grocery and convenience stores cater to distinct customer demands. We predict that for all main categories, table stakes delivery times will typically be less than 2 days in the next 3 to 5 years, and it would be difficult to revert to earlier dates. One method to obtain these insights for shops still figuring out segmented speed capabilities is through A/B testing. For example, a major U.S. home goods merchant approached the targeted speed issue in 2 ways. Prior to deploying that inventory closer to clients, it first set out to ascertain which things customers most wanted to obtain promptly. Second, the store understood the need for speed, but didn't want to incur excessive expenditures by providing lightning-fast shipping to clients who weren't in the market for it. The retailer then conducted speed experiments that resembled A/B tests in that they displayed various delivery speed guarantees given to customers on identical product pages. After that, it monitored conversion along with client pleasure, loyalty levels, and repeat business. After conducting these tests for approximately 3 months, the retailer implemented two major adjustments. First, it began to optimize inventory placement throughout the network to facilitate faster delivery for particular products. Second, it began to provide distinct, targeted speed promises for the same item to various customer groups based on geography, historical behavior, and demographics. The retailer's online conversion rate increased by about 10% as a result of implementing these modifications. With an average online return rate of 20 to 30% in the US, omnichannel return rates are still rising. Returns are now a significant component of the customer's omnichannel experience. If consumers don't think the return policy is satisfactory, that is, free returns with enough time to consider their purchase, usually 30 days or longer, the majority of customers won't make an online purchase. However, retailers bear the high cost of returns. Retailers must contend with low net recovery rates in addition to forward and reverse logistics costs and processing expenses. This is especially true in fashion or high-damage sectors, where older returned goods must be marked down in order to sell for less than their original price on the second occasion. Scheduled delivery works better for some categories than speed. For instance, rather than receiving bulky items like furniture, appliances, huge gadgets, and some home improvement supplies as soon as feasible, clients can prefer to choose a specified time for their delivery. These features may also apply to fresh, high-value goods that aren't overly large in the grocery store. To execute this correctly, there must be limited delivery periods, clear communication, and predictability. Throughout the pandemic, store-based pickup options have benefited greatly from innovations and tailwinds. Exhibit 2. Store-based pickup options increased over twofold between mid-2019 and mid-2020, according to a July 2020 survey of 50 retail executives. Certain shops have reported a growth in their in-store pickup options of over 200% in comparison to the previous year. Furthermore, according to McKinsey's Consumer Insight Research, roughly 60% of customers intend to stick with this choice following the pandemic. Best-in-class shops have orders ready for pickup in less than 2 hours, which contributes to the capability's handy, free, and quick offering and reasonably high adoption rates. This might make a strong case for replacing quick ship-to-home delivery. Although the penetration of lockers in pickup and drop locations is still relatively low, less than 5%, it is increasing as a result of the efforts of package delivery services like FedEx and UPS, as well as merchants like Amazon and Walmart. The data is unambiguous. Consumers want deliveries to happen more quickly, and they are not ready to pay extra for them. Although enabling speedier delivery comes with real expenses, the cost curve can be altered by combining partnerships, technology advancements, and network development tactics. Retailers will need to change their operational model and mentality in order to implement such tactics. However, merchants may economically offer customers the ease, availability, and selection they desire by skillfully implementing these improvements. We'll return with additional details and videos. Please remember to like the video if you thought it was informative and helpful. Please leave your comments, subscribe to our channel, and check back for more thought-provoking videos.